2014.
So I'll give you the clue again. He's now living up to that potential, a short trip away in Super League after finally getting off that sinking ship at Odsal.
So he's Huddersfield.
Potentially.
Adam O'Brien.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Who did I pick then, if you could...
For ours, for Bradford.
The clue was the same for who I picked.
Oh, Alex Mellor.
Yeah.
There you go. Friends of the show.
That wasn't a... I remember you said that at the time about Alex Mellor, like, doing some tweets. But yeah, you only get one because Alex Mellor wasn't an official question.
No, that's fine. Adam O'Brien.
So number 2 is, who was the little heard of junior half or fullback that Mark had picked out as his Castleford one to watch?
Tom Holmes.
No, I don't think he was around yet then.
Oh, right. Ben Reynolds?
Yeah, it was. I was going to say clue. In a poor Lee side, this player has started to really impress, particularly with the boot.
Do I get a mark for that or not?
Yeah, you got it.
They're both good shouts, aren't they? Okay, Ben Reynolds. Cool.
Half a mark, sorry. Half a mark, because it was your second guess. Although you didn't get the clue, did you? So if I'd give you the clue...
I did it without the clue.
Yeah.
I'm calling that a point.
Okay, let's compromise on it.
And give me a point.
Yes. Okay, so for number 3, Tom had the same winger as his key man and one to watch for the Huddersfield Giants in 2014. Who was he? Clue, this player has since left Huddersfield for foreign shores.
Who's the other winger? Fucking hell. I'm drawing a blank here. When you say foreign shores, is it Jody Broughton?
It is Jody Broughton.
Oh, you little trickster. You little trickster. You wanted me to think NRL, didn't you? Okay, 3 out of 3. Go for it.
This one I think might be the toughest. Well, your second half of the last one's the toughest, but this one's pretty tough. Which red-headed halfback import did Tom have pegged as the key man for Hull Kingston Rovers? Clue, he only lasted 1 year of a 3-year deal after signing from the Bulldogs in the NRL. He's drifted away from the top grade since. You know it's tough when I've given you that much of a clue.
Red-headed. Oh, I can see his face.
This chubby little
fucker. What I'm going to hear his name and know it. And there'll be Aussie lads. They'll be shouting it at there.
I think they might be...
Keating.
Yes.
Keating. What's his first name?
Chris Keating.
Chris Keating, there you go. Look at that, he was a chubby little fucker, wasn't he?
Yeah, you're definitely getting NRL Brits next week. Question 5. We both had the same key man for the London Broncos. Who was he? Clue, he's been away from the club before returning to them for the 2017 season.
The full... What's he called?
Well, that's the one I'm asking you.
Yeah, the lad that went to all KR. Fee loves him. I talk about the right guy.
Potentially.
Pacey. Shit, what's his name? It's just not going to come to me. Go on. I can see his face. I can see his face. Runs really fast. Yeah. Terrible in defence. Drops balls everywhere.
Yeah.
His name is...
I'll let you come up with it whilst we're going on.
Fine, okay. Fuck with.
Seems like a very nice lad, though.
Sure, he is a lovely lad.
Number 6. We both went the same in both categories for Widnes.
Right.
So who were our picks for key man and one to watch? Clues. Mm-hmm. Until the arrival of Rangi Chase, we'd still have been saying the same key man for the Vikings. And the one to watch is a former Wigan junior who hasn't been seen very much through injury, now playing his trade out of dummy half in the Championship.
Oh, God.
For Swinton.
Oh, I'm not going to get that. Who's the halfback? What's he called? I'm not good at Widnes. Craven? No.
We talk about him every week.
It's not Reece Hambry.
It is Reece.
Did we say Reece Hambry?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Having that. Reece Hambry. And who's the lad at Swinton? Because I just definitely won't get that.
The young hooker is Liam Carberry.
It does ring bells now. Okay, Liam Carberry. And so to go back, is there another one? Is that it now?
That's
it. Go back to... it's doing my head in. Go on, what's his name?
Kieran
Dixon. Kieran Dixon. That fuckwit from all KR. Yeah,
5 points out of 7, ain't
Take that, that's not bad.
No.
Some of those are decent shouts. Don't know why you let me have Jody Broughton for both.
I didn't. I questioned a lot of your choices, like I say.
Well, at the time.
I obviously haven't set out the parameters.
There you go. I was just pushing the boundaries. There you go. But let us know how you got on in our little, what did we say 4 years ago quiz?
Well, it was a throwback, I thought, with the 150th episode.
It was good fun. It was worth a go. It was certainly more fun for me than this man has 4 vowels in his name.
I enjoyed that.
Simply rubbly countdown was not for me last week. I struggled with that. Right. Any recommendations this week, Mark? Anything from your week that's been so wonderful you want to bring it to the attention of our listeners?
No, it's been such a short turnaround, hasn't it, that I haven't done a great deal of new things, have I? No, nothing interesting. Haven't been out for tea. Haven't done... They have a cheese at Morrison's, which I've never heard of before, called the Huntsman.
Right.
Which is basically Stilton, wedged in between double Gloucester.
Right.
Yeah. I had that for the first time on the weekend.
Was it good?
It was alright. I'd have preferred it.
Seems like someone's taken Stilton and gone, how can we make this a bit shitter?
I would have preferred it inside something else than that. But yeah, it was alright.
There you go. Fair enough.
I won't be rushing back to buy it, but you know.
Oh well. Super League Pod notices rather than Super League Pod recommends. I don't have a recommendation, but Super League Pod recommends came together in quite a cool little way yesterday evening for me because we've been talking about The Handmaid's Tale, and that's been on TV over here in the UK. And Emma and I have been avidly watching that and are thoroughly enjoying it. And I won't talk about the specifics of it because you haven't watched last night's episode yet. But at the end of the most recent episode on Channel 4, the music that played at the end as the final kind of scene was playing out was Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by Cigarettes After Sex, who we recommended early on in the season. So 2 Super League Pod recommendations came together last night, and I very excitedly explained this to Emma, who didn't care. But it made me very, very happy that
I'd put your relationship status to...
Put it back to pending.
It's complicated.
It is very complicated. It's certainly pending. But that was so that was quite cool from my point of view. I like those little quirks when life brings stuff like that together. So no recommendations, but just to remind you that there's a very cool band out there called Cigarettes After Sex, and that The Handmaid's Tale is really quite good.
So recommend.
Yeah, Super League Pod notices and reminds this week. There you go. What's coming up then, Mark?
Well, we've got the origin, haven't we? So the Google form will be open earlier. Like I said at the top of the show, what would be really cool for the 150th is if we get a lot of shares out there from you guys. Try and give our listenership a bit of a boost because it's remained steady. Last week's show did okay. I was expecting it to fall off.
Better than you thought it
Way better than I expected. It remained steady. Steady away, as you might say.
That's it.
But yeah, that's all good and that sort of stuff really, and
super.
I don't. We might have the show earlier next week, like we were mentioning, on record on the Sunday night, which will curtail getting reviews in for the St Helens versus Catalan fixture and any of the League One fixtures. So if you can try and get those in for 7 o'clock next week, that would be much appreciated. This week was our shortest number of reviews all season, actually. So
mid-season slump.
Don't witness it. Cue on the rack style. Let's
Huddersfield it.
Yeah, it's fresh impetus now.
Absolutely. We want you to be Jake Mamo. We want you to be effervescent and pushing us forward.
To be, I don't know, Jordan Rankin.
Yes.
Or Ben Pomeroy.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be Ben Pomeroy. We don't want you to be a questionable peptide user.
No, and
serial
4 fingers.
Serial dangerous lift.
He's an awful.
Do you remember his last time in Super League was marred by a
continuous
2 game suspension when he just came back from a 2 game suspension.
I think he liked the sun down in the south of France too much and thought, fuck it, I'll just miss out a few games. But so match reviews. How else can people get in touch with us if they want feedback on the show, or let us know how they did on the quiz, or confirm if it was a Simpsons quote or not?
Or just Tom being a racist.
When was I a racist?
At Super League Pod.
When was I a racist?
If it's black, send it back.
No, they're talking about drinking water.
I know they are, yes.
I'm the last person you could level that accusation at.
Well, no, that's Justin Carney.
Well, yeah, he's not the last person you could level the accusation of racism at.
Read his statement, Tom. Read his statement.
All right. Is he just misunderstood?
Yeah.
I tell you who the last person you can level the racism card at. That journalist in Dublin that thought Stormzy was Romelu Lukaku.
Well, I thought Stormzy was signing a football before.
To be fair, I've just seen we've had Sky Sports News on, and nothing to do with race. They just look like each. They do look like each other.
Well, exactly. I thought James Graham was on stage at Glastonbury the other week. You know,
it's just a fat Ed Sheeran. Anyway. What were we talking about? Getting in touch with the show.
Yeah, at Super League Pod on Twitter. There's also a at Super League Pod Instagram if people want to see pictures from a year or so ago.
Well, when we go somewhere and when we do something, we'll do some Instagramming. We Instagrammed at the bash.
Facebook.com/Super League Pod, as we mentioned before, is your Facebook page for all things Super League Pod. superleaguepod@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. The Google Match forms will be up as per usual. And yeah, it's been great to have you around again.
150 episodes. We are delighted to still be here, and it's down to you people, because if it was just me and Mark and 4 or 5 other blokes and no Twitter and no interactions, we would have definitely packed it in by now. So you make the show what it is. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But we'll look forward to inviting you back here for the 151st time next time on your Rugby League podcast, the Super League Pod.